Oh,
I gotta get these boys. I gotta get
That was
these
weird.
boys under control, bro. Like, damn. Getting away. They're all getting away. Bro. Cops are embarrassing. Oh, I got a few of them at least, right?
What's up, buddy? You need a ride?
Oh, man.
Go ahead and hop in.
Imagine driving by this, yeah. There you go.
Where do you gotta go?
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
There we go. See, this is what I want to see. I want to see this. This is what we need to do.
these motherfuckers are looting, acting crazy.
If I ran for public office, I probably would never do this, as I would lose.
It may be in the void.
But,
You may have to send up a
If
prayer.
I ever did, this would be a major platform of mine. Bring back work camps. Absolutely. I watch these crime
Oh.
documentaries. They just sitting around, they ain't doing shit. This peaceful shopping. These are undocumented
Yeah,
shoppers.
I know
These
another
are-
person
They're
that's
not
waiting to
thieves,
start
they're
phase
undocumented
2.
shoppers.
These aren't thieves; they're undocumented shoppers.
They didn't buy these.
What's that?
Uh,
No,
Watching
it's
this-
another guy who works at SADOT.
Yep.
I'll get out of here so you can
Shit,
stream.
bro.
Oh, you're good, dude. You're good.
Don't tell me
Yeah,
they
your
do-
voice box is fine.
They just go back in again.
No, you're good, Loki. You don't gotta go nowhere.
They just going back.
I don't want to interrupt.
Bro, like, you know what this
Oh, you're
reminds me
fine,
of?
brother.
Rats.
Yeah.
Bunch of rats, bro. As soon as this happens.
Well, did you want to go and you have another vehicle or?
That's really good. That's oh yeah. It's a peaceful guys, these are pipe bombs of peace.
Well, where did you want to go?
Understand that this is part
Is
of
there-
the First Amendment right to
Is
throw
there-
pipe bombs at cars and set them on
Is it
fire.
pipe
What do you
bombs.
guys not like
Have a good
protesting?
night. All right.
Call 'em peace bombs, yeah. Peace
Oh,
bombs.
you gotta hurry up, Loki. We gotta have a girls' night. We gotta go to the club. Get our catfishing on.
Man. Well, you know what I think these guys have really proven? They've really proven that this whole letting a bunch of immigrants and illegal aliens, not immigrants, illegal aliens into the country, and you know, it sure seems like California really made the right choice here. It seems like they really got things under control. Things are going on really well for them. Yeah. Wow, listen to these people. Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, you know, like this is the way that you're advocating to like protest against the federal government. They're like, no, guys, we're fine. We're so fine. You need to leave us alone because we can deal with this ourselves. By the way, this car's on fire. I just lit it on fire because we're so peaceful and we're not causing problems, and we're not causing problems so much that we're gonna light a car on fire to prove that we're not causing problems. Duh. That's just how it is. The car is racist. It is a white car. It's a good point.
Man, nobody is at pipe down.
Fuck. Did this person? What the fuck does that even say? What, you can't spell ice? It's 3 letters. Wait, I mean, really? Like, it doesn't. It barely. What the hell even is this? Can't even fucking type. Don't even know what words are. Is this barbecue? No, that's what it is. It's insane. That's how you spell FBI? Yeah, exactly. And, oh, here we go. A protesting ICE by looting Adidas.
Loot the security guard.
Dude. Oh. Fuck, man. Oh my god. This sure is making a really good case for illegal immigration and California's policies. Yeah, this is a great case. Yeah, good job, guys. Good job. Luckily, they have been getting some of these people. Oh. Oh. Damn, bro. You done. That's it. This is nothing compared to 92? Yeah, no, it could be worse. Oh, and then there's another bot. This is great. This is really good. There's another car that's on fire. Just what we need. This is exactly, thank God. And also keep in mind that there's no fire department here. And the reason why there's no fire department is either because they're underfunded, understaffed, or they're already busy putting out other fires. That's insane. And wait, they're out of they're out of water? No. No. They're not out of water. Like, there's no way that's it again. At what point do you just take the people that are running California and just fucking say, guys, y'all have to leave? Like, this is too bad. Like, this is like, y'all just fucked this shit up way too much. Like, this has got to stop. It's fucking perfect, bro. Yeah, it's insane. To spit the land, yeah. How do you vote for them? I don't know how these people get voted for either. It's a shock to me. I don't know why at all. They said they were intentionally not putting them out due to the danger of the batteries exploding. Well, you know what, man? I think that makes a lot of sense. It does. It's smart. And then look. Remember what I said about the flags? Remember what I said? Every time. That's not it right now. It's too dangerous. Maybe that's it. I have no idea. But for whatever reason, this is just how it is. Setting a car, whole ass car on fire. Please stop. They're coming to Maine to mess this place up.
Well, it's getting to there right now. You see the hood right now melting.
Hopefully they're going to be able to...
it's the battery in it. It's the battery that blows up.
It's the battery? Oh, even he knows. Yeah, even he knows about this.
Is that California National? If it says ERO on their back, that would be ICE. That stands for Enforcement and Removal Operation. I can't tell. It's some sort of law
Bro, we put that Teletubby in jail.
Enforcement, and they clearly did not. Yeah, they clearly did not.
Bro, this guy's wearing a marathon skin. Yeah, bro, you're going to prison. You're done.
Like what the guy in the yellow was doing right there, because they ran right at him and they took him down. So we'll ask
Pikachu.
And we'll see if we can find out what that guy did. It looked like he was loitering near a vehicle. Looks like a firework just got thrown in. So that's more of what you're seeing multiple fireworks coming into that frame there, Trace, and that's what
That's a really good idea, bro. Like to throw fireworks at the people with guns. That's such a good idea. Man, that's brilliant.
Just dealing with about 30 minutes ago while we were live on Hannity. We had fireworks being thrown in our direction, in LAPD's direction. So this crowd is definitely getting a little bit more feisty tonight, Trace. And you mentioned it right off the top. That's exactly what happens out here when the sun starts going down with these LA. I think these might actually be feds based off
some of the... Look at this, bro. He got a mask on. It's actually like this guy thinks he's playing. Look, bro. He dressed like a Call of Duty skin. What? Just take that shit right the fuck off.
These look like DHS guys.
What's up, idiot?
To me. Yeah, HSI, police HSI. So that's Homeland Security Investigation. So those are feds. Those are not locals. And that's probably why you see them being a lot more aggressive. The feds.
Thank fucking God.
Have been a whole lot more aggressive. Think about what we saw on Saturday in Paramount. That was Border Patrol. That was HSI. That was ICE squaring off against those protesters. So the feds just took somebody down there. I'm going to text a few contacts and see if I can find out what that guy did. But they ran right at him. They took him down. And Trace, just feels like the tension is building down here. I mean, there's got to be a million helicopters above us flying around trying to get every perspective you can possibly see. Some of them law enforcement.
Yeah, they're trying to get as many of them as they can. So these guys got listen what they said.
The police just said we're all under arrest.
That's what I like to hear. All under arrest. Everybody under arrest. See, not smiling too much anymore, right? How about that? Totally fucking surrounded. What do you mean we're all under arrest? What do you mean? She's so mad. She probably, hopefully she in jail right now. That's it. One of them's crying right now. I hope so. Yes. They're crying. Yeah, they're crying. This will ruin this restaurant. Employees will have no job now. Unemployment won't pay for months. Insurance probably won't cover the losses. No, a lot of people, they go and they say this shit about insurance. They say, oh, well, insurance.
The hell?
What do you mean we're all under arrest? That's it. One of them's crying right now. I hope so. Yes. They're crying. Yeah, they're crying. This will ruin this restaurant. Employees will have no job now. Unemployment won't pay for months. Insurance probably won't cover the losses. No, a lot of people, they go and they say this shit about insurance. They say, oh, well, insurance is going to pay for it. You know what insurance paying for it means? It means everybody else is going to pay for it. Is that they think that like insurance, there's a, you know how you have apple trees and you have pear trees? You got insurance trees and there's like free cars and free businesses that are just growing off the branch. That's how it works. I'll be right back. Oh, this is the same. This is the same one. Oh.
Get him out! Stop that shit!
Oh, they wilding out.
Stop that shit!
What happened? Yeah, they're not gonna stop, bro. They just ran this shit in. Hopefully these people can rebuild. Hopefully they can. I mean, maybe I'm sure people, if they ever do a GoFundMe or try to raise money to recover these losses, I'll support it. I'll support it. I think a lot of people would. Let's see if I find this here. Oh, this guy, they found him. You're 40 years old. Now, I remember we would do this whenever we were 15. We did this whenever we were 15, but you are full-ass bald doing this. Like, this dude is bald doing it. He's doing this while he's bald. Damn. Like, that's too long. Friendly fire. No, I'm just saying. Like, I mean, at this point, you should have learned by now. I thought he was a teenager? Yeah. To El Salvador him? In my opinion, if this dude is not an American citizen, I think this is a 100% El Salvador situation. 100%. Absolutely. Yep. Is he legal? Well, not right now. Yeah, not right now he's not. Sure doesn't look legal to me. And cargo drop, no landing. I mean, we gotta let them over there. I mean, apparently they have that. And what is this? This is some other bullshit. Let me see. I'll look at this here. And
What?
this is another.
These are the people looting.
They broke in. They carried out the cash box. They removed the money and discarded the empty box.
Fucking crazy.
Is that true?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Did you
So
see
they just
the
run it out. They did this whole fucking thing.
NoKingsDay.org?
That's insane. Uh-oh.
Look
Huh?
that up. Look up
You got a body call? Let's see what's gonna happen.
NoKingsDay.org.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Damn, what a shithole. What a shithole.
I still don't have access to the server, so.
It can't even keep the roads together.
Yeah, it wants me to answer the question. 318 Discord name.
Oh man, what a surprise. Yeah,
So it's
there we
the third
go.
question
Aggro. There it is. Went
of the
berserk.
18 questions.
And it's always the same people. There are two
To
groups
answer
of
this
people in this
questions,
country
please
that
send a
cause all of
message
our
to the
problems.
bot with your
And
response.
I just cannot, dude, I cannot stop being right about that. This is nonstop. It's happening
did.
over and over and over. This is crazy how many times this has gone on. So, Suum, yeah, hit her back. Oh my, yeah, I guess so. Peaceful unless you disagree. Well, again, these people don't hate the police. They want to be the police. They want to be able to violently oppress you while they're crying about being violently oppressed. because they want to have the monopoly on this behavior. They don't want you to have it. And so that's what's going on, proving everyone's points. Yes, exactly.
Do what you want to do. What's up? What's up? What you want to do? What you want to do? What's up? What you want to do? Dyke ass bitch, get the fuck up out of here. Shit. I got it on me, bitch. I got it on me. Y'all motherfuckers better back the fuck up. Exactly. Exactly. See where the peace at? Hey, it don't look like peace. It don't.
You see how fast these people turn to physical violence. This is why you should never feel bad whenever the police or anybody like this, any of these people get hurt. It's because they, and not all of them are doing this, but I would say a lot of them support it. And this is a big issue. This is why I don't have any sympathy for any of these protesters that get hurt or anything like this, because they would be hurting people that counter-protest them. They'd be doing the exact same thing.
Well, we want you to go back to your country, yes. And I can be here saying that. And we're going to send you back. We're going to send you back. We're going to send you back. It's okay. We're going to send you back. 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 Go back to Mexico. Go back to Mexico. We love it so much. Go back. Go back.
Subscribe
Go back.
on the channel. But
Go to Europe.
teach you how to use the PyBot. So first, go into top.gg and
Why the
search
fuck would I do that?
a PyBot, of course. The help for it, and then you can go to channel and dashboard, figure, name, and then logs channel. Only you can look at whatever you want to put down to apply. You basically just do what I'm doing, and then press I want to apply, and then you're gonna be asked the questions by the bot. Here I'm clearly trolling. Bedwars is the best. I'm joking, but I mean not the best, but it's fine. Yeah. I'm joking, but I mean here I'm clearly trolling. Bedwars is by the bot. I want to apply, and then you're gonna be asked the questions by the bot.
Oh boy. Damn. You love Germany. Wait, what? They talking about Anne Frank?
How many women are raped when they're traveling across the border?
Man.
How's it going?
Mm-hmm.
I figured I'd come hang out with y'all.
Oh, it won't. You want to know why? Right there on, you see that? That's why nothing bad's gonna happen. I guarantee you, nothing's gonna happen.
Not too bad. Got bored hanging out at the SADOT lot waiting for a call. Serena?
Bro, they're having a race war. Jesus.
Yeah.
You talking about LA? I think they're saying white people are school
What's your name?
shooters.
Nice to meet you, Steven.
You're mad you're triggered because we're going to have ICE moving through the city.
Uh-oh.
ICE moving through the city. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. We're going to have ICE moving through the city, and we're going to be doing mass deportations.
Fuck your mom, fuck that bitch.
Okay, that's
Raise the
okay.
bitch like you,
No, okay, go back to Mexico.
Oh, bitch,
Go back to Mexico.
Oh my God. Fuck your mom. Oh my God. This guy's like 20v1ing these guys.
Has it been a busy night for you?
Jesus. Bro, these people are morons, man. Oh my God.
Oh, it's the dude. It's the guy.
Which
I
guy?
know this guy. It's the guy that
Okay.
protests everything. He's all Channel 5 interviewed him. It's the guy.
Is that?
Sounds like it's getting pretty active around here.
Yeah, that's him.
No way. That's Kelly from Channel 5?
That's Kelly from Channel 5. Yep.
Do they know
Like I told you.
that's actually holy shit. Jesus. He spawns everywhere?
He does. Yeah, I don't know how to finish this fucking application. It's annoying.
Why? What's going on with it?
It won't let me. It won't respond. It just stopped responding.
Can you do it over again and then just copy and paste your stuff?
This is really something special.
No.
Bro, how is it that we get to watch this shit live? This is amazing. And you see how look how many flags they have. You see how everybody's
How do you send a message to the bot? Please send a message
police are there or the military?
to the bot with your response.
You see that?
You just write the message, right?
Yeah, I thought, or you replied to the bot.
It's not responding.
Can't remember.
It's just not saying anything.
What's COVID for? So they actually have Kelly right there. Oh man. Out in the wild.
You guys don't know anything about Mexico, but you get so upset. You don't know anything. I know more. I know more. Because none of you can answer my question. What year was the Mexican Revolution? Can anyone tell me?
You can't even.
Yeah, 1910 to 1917.
We were here before that.
What? I mean, that's so. I know more about your country than you do.
No, because you came and stole this shit.
No, I didn't. No, well, we actually defeated you.
Is this live? Yes, it's live.
Remember the Alamo. Remember the Alamo. Remember the Alamo.
What is she doing?
Remember the Alamo.
What's the Alamo? What was the Battle of
The Alamo is when the Mexican nationals killed Americans.
Yeah.
Killed Americans under the General Stand and slaughtered us. And then in response, you're lucky you can't do that no more. Because you want to kill my people.
They don't give a fuck.
That's what you just said. You just said you want to
They do not give a fuck. Y'all see how easy it is to keep the peace? All you need is to have the threat of getting in trouble for being violent, and immediately everybody is civil. Isn't it crazy how fast that happens? That's nuts, right? Like, what are the odds that as soon as the guys with all the guns show up, everybody stops acting like animals? That's so weird. I gotta stand there and listen to all that? That's their job, yeah. It's probably hot, too. Can't have peace without threat of violence? That's right. That's right. Nobody's trying to catch them hot lead. Yeah, that's what levels of force are for. That's right. Well, if they got in a fight, they would not start shooting them down? No, they wouldn't shoot them down at all, but they would immediately shut it down. They'd stop it from happening. Damn, they're just going crazy. Shut up.
Hey, bro.
Shut up.
What have you done for this country? Just tell me that.
I'm a taxpaying citizen.
That's it?
I'm a taxpaying citizen. I'm getting my
That's it. What do you mean that's it?
Good for you.
Pull it out. Show it.
immigration. My
That's terrible.
two deployments to Iraq.
Yeah, and I paid your salary. I paid your salary. I paid your salary. I'm a
I
taxpayer.
gave you freedom,
For
bitch.
what? Iraq
I
wasn't
gave
for
you
me?
freedom.
Iraq wasn't for me?
They yelling, bro. They yelling.
So I'm paying disability. You're welcome.
No, you're not.
And let me tell you this.
Jesus Christ. I wonder if these people realize how bad it looks sitting around trying to wave a foreign flag to advocate for why they should stay in a country that's not even the flag of. It looks so bad.
It does.
Really?
Looks
That's what
so
just
bad.
happened?
You're gonna wave a flag around to advocate to the country that you don't want to go to, for the country that you want to stay in, but it's not. What? Why?
He's one of them. Man.
Ah, that sucks.
Why are they hooping and hollering? What the hell are you doing?
I'm a taxpayer.
You have a right to be an asshole.
I'm a taxpayer.
Jesus.
And you're an asshole. And you're an asshole.
They don't want to listen. They just want to shut him down. Yeah, of course.
That's fine. That's good. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna speak now.
You got humble.
Okay. All right. Anyway.
This is like an Xbox Live lobby in real life.
You got humble.
This is like a post-game lobby. That's insane. These are adults? Yep. They just yelling at him like crazy.
The war in Iraq was fought for Israel. Yeah, so it wasn't fought for the American taxpayer. My freedom wasn't affected by Iraq. My freedom wasn't affected.
Shit, bro.
The Iraq war. I'm a
He just went to that next level.
It wasn't done for me. I didn't benefit from the Iraq war.
You're not cool enough to have a voice. Hello, Salty Chips. What's up?
Hello?
Salty Chips
Hello?
69.
No counterpoints?
Loki Godson said, hello.
They just yelling over him, man, the whole time. Jesus. They're wilding out. So anyways, there's no anyways, bro. They're not going to stop doing this shit.
No, my boss isn't around. No, sir.
It's hot. Yeah,
This shit is crazy, yeah. Oh yeah, it is. It's nuts.
You know what's really funny is these two guys, like Kelly's talking.
You're not cool enough to have a voice. I am not saying that, but I don't know. Maybe it's antagonize you to actually use the text to speech.
It's just a couple of hysterical Karens, bro.
I just set it up today. The war in Los Angeles. Yeah. Yeah.
We either have a country or we don't. It's time to choose a side.
Is it?
Reporters are. Tom Homan is here.
I watched a bunch of your decoy voices videos about this. Decoy videos?
Straight Element said, link your Twitch and Amazon Prime accounts. You can get one free sub a month on Twitch. Ad-free experience. Click the link, https://10euro.com/yakekers.
They were involved with money laundering, tax evasion, and customs fraud, bringing in over $86 million of unclaimed imports and skipping on $17 million of tariff taxes. And it's a part of a bigger investigation having to do with money flowing to Mexico and
What are decoy voice videos?
that fund the cartels, the drug cartels. So we were serving arrest warrants, we were serving criminal search warrants, and that's when the protest started.
Decoy voice is another commentary channel. Oh yeah, I know him. Yeah, I know who you're talking about now. The Asian dude, or he might be Hispanic.
Are you Billy?
I don't know.
I
don't know who.
Illegal aliens that actually have working in that city. Like, I wonder what the
Yeah,
number is.
yeah. I watched a few.
Child sexual predators. People want
Asian. Yeah, I think so.
People that committed
I don't know.
significant domestic violence and
Hey,
one
are
was
you
the
Billy?
penetration of a foreign object into a young lady. So we took.
Do you have a brother?
In those 2 days, made LA much safer. So the mayor should have been thinking ice. The governor should have been making ice. Instead of that,
Person you look just alike?
and that rhetoric has caused this protest. And I was there the first 2
I think
Yeah.
right about that. That, like, obviously, like, I don't think that they shouldn't be allowed to say that. Like,
Oh,
I don't think
okay.
it should be illegal, but I think it's bad that they're saying it. Like, the entire
Yeah.
idea that, like, it's racist to deport these people, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Right? It's absolutely crazy, and it's just...
You shouldn't be saying that. It's radicalizing
I
people.
work with him at SADA.
And, bro, about 98% of illegal immigrants are housed and employed. They're not migrant homeless.
Beth,
Campus
I'm
in
just,
LA is there.
you know.
I'm not sure, right? I mean,
I should probably mute him.
Yeah, I mean, they have a housing problem.
Did you see Hassan
he
went
hasn't
to the
been around
protest?
in a few
Yeah,
days?
I seen that Hassan went to the protest too. Hassan is a
He's
radical,
supposed to be my
crazy
supervisor.
person.
The city was burning. Governor Newsom did nothing.
I don't really appreciate Hassan, to be honest.
He sent the National Guard in
No,
to save
don't
property,
you even
save
start,
lives.
Beth. I'm just having fun.
I think Hassan's dangerous.
You mentioned the governor. He says.
Oh, he works at Pipe
You
Down
know.
as well?
What would you arrest him for?
Well, look, I was interviewed by an embassy.
Well, the next time you see him, tell him Serena says hello.
So they can't cross that line. They can't impede our enforcement efforts. They can't put hands on our officers. They can't knowingly harbor and conceal illegal aliens from us.
All right, Billy. Well, you have a good night.
People don't get it.
So if they cross that line, then we prosecute it. And the question was, well, how about Mayor Bass and Governor Newsom? What if they cross that line? I says they'll be prosecuted too.
Oh my
I said
gosh.
the last 4 years, no one's above the law. They cross the line.
Hang
we'll
on,
see
let me see if I can
prosecution.
change
You and I would be held accountable. They
Yeah, it's
prosecuted President Trump. No one's
what's it
above
called
the law.
again?
That's what they said.
Dubbing
It's Governor
AI.
Newsom. If he crosses that line,
I know. I
He was
sound
trying to
bad.
say how everyone was being peaceful with fire and smoke. I know. In the background, I know, bro. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. I'm like, shut your goddamn mouth. You don't know what you're talking about. You should be smacked in the face.
There's a few of them.
It-
Oh man.
I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. Nobody should
There's-
do harm to another person. But that is
Zubats
outright.
and Loki are gonna join the city, and we're gonna have a girls' night.
It's either you're retarded or
You go clubbing,
you're a radical
all
at
that.
this point. You got
I've
two
already
options.
trolled-
Both R's. Which R do you
I've trolled
choose?
a few people already.
Radical or retarded? Let me know. Because if you're radical, you
One
could
of
be
them was
held in.
really upset
You could
when
go to
he
court for
found
that
out it
shit.
was me because
I don't know.
I flew in.
Not even.
and,
I don't think you can.
I called SADOT,
They
and
absolutely are. They're
I'm
saying
trying to make
you
peace.
both,
this
you know
chaos,
Cross, right?
they're
You both have
basically
met Cross,
sacrificing everybody's
guy with the
well-being in
real
the city
Southern
in order to
accent.
push this narrative. That's exactly what they're doing.
I've been taken out of people, but that's the thing is when I first flew in, I called SADOT and Cross answered the phone, and I was like, "Yeah, I just need somebody to come down and fix my car." And he came down. Well, I got his number and all that, and then he brought me back to SADOT like I didn't know anything there, and he was like, "Oh, you want to play pool?"
He was saying,
So I sat there and played pool with him, and he's like, "Man, I wish there was an emote where I could lean over and show you how to shoot."
bunch of teams in the community that
I don't know why it's saying.
want to be found. So Sanctuary City's going to get
It was so
I
funny.
wonder
and
why,
I mean,
or how you can use the text to chat.
I messed with him for a good
I guess I
fucking
say
30 minutes.
the right way.
And,
Maybe you have to forward
Then
slash
finally,
TTS or
how did I let him
something.
know who it was?
Or Speakerbot.
We're going to be there tonight. We're going to be
Oh, I
there
asked
tomorrow.
him
We're going to be there every day in the next 4 years.
about his
Alyssa,
supervisor,
Alyssa,
McCracken,
illegal aliens. We're
and
not
I
going to
said
talk
I
to
knew
like
him really
Joe
well.
Schmo.
And he goes, "Oh, how do you know him?" I was like, "Well, mainly because I am him."
Donald Trump in office for us. We're going to make America safe again, one illegal alien
He
criminal at a
freaked
time.
the fuck
And this
out.
is another reason we need the big, beautiful bill passed so we can hire
He
more ICE
was
agents,
so
get
mad.
more
Like he was putting the
technology, and
moves
help us
on
find
me
these people. We got more
hardcore.
than
Like he
20
was like,
illegal
"Oh,
aliens.
what's your favorite music? Check this out."
use,
And
like,
like
that
played what I
Planchette and shit, and like go
played
like
everything
massive
over the
notes with
TV and
this,
everything,
because
and
these
he
people
was
don't want
singing
this,
along to it, and he
candid
was
with the
just
illegal aliens.
fucking,
Yeah.
And people are going to be happy about it too.
so fucking funny.
Like that's it.
So funny. He was so mad
In this
when he
country,
figured
we
out it
only
was
got we
me.
had less
And
than
then I got
5,000
Spencer.
deportation officers. We're outnumbered. You want
And
more
now I'm
deportation
trolling the
officers? You want more efficient operations? Then they need to
deputy
pass
police
this bill
chief.
and fund ICE and fund the Border Patrol to
What's
keep
up,
to
Duke?
keep President Trump's promise to the American people.
Yeah, of course.
All right, Tom Homan. Great
Here's this
speaking
make it
with
better,
you. Please
Duke.
stay safe, and hopefully all the officers
Oh,
stay
hey,
safe as
Duke.
well. Thank you so much.
How are you
The
doing?
thing is, like with the
So
Patriot
glad you
Act
could
Part
make
2,
it.
that's what people think is going to happen. I think that is what's going to happen, by the way. So this is a guy even who's in California.
Absolutely appalled.
Oh man.
That we are at this point in society.
I
where
was
people
gonna
can
hop
think that this is
into
okay,
Jarvis City
then it makes
and
it
find him
100 times.
Riverside, California.
and start messing with him too.
The guy's
You know
name
what? Let's do it.
literally is Chad.
Times worse when you have
I try
politicians
using the
encouraging
TTS.
that are not calling
Command
people in,
doesn't
which
work.
is criminal.
We're gonna
Oh.
go find Jarvis.
All right, I'll have to figure it out later. It's just not working for some reason.
Purposely using the word peaceful, while maybe they should look at their phones or their TVs, because I have law enforcement officers that are being shot
Oh,
at,
man.
that are being injured, that are being hurt, vehicles being damaged,
You can
things
flirt
being
with me.
burned, and they're calling
Oh,
it peaceful.
Duke.
It is a disgusting display of partisan politics. I
There's
wish
only
they would all
58.
just
Is he one of
put their
them that's
phones
in there?
down, be quiet, and let law enforcement handle this how it should be handled, which is the complete enforcement of law and holding criminals accountable. It's rotten.
It's crazy how somebody can be like, no, this guy's a Nazi. No, this guy's wrong. No, you can't just do that.
Oh, he's
Bottles,
not.
tools,
Can't do
weapons
that.
being thrown
He's
at us.
not on.
You watched multiple vehicles destroyed yesterday by bricks. There are people hauling
It would've
bricks
been worth
into the
it.
zone and then dropping them off
Would've been worth it.
and leaving them there for weapons. And
Yeah,
then
bro, they literally are making.
How was y'all's day?
our deputies and our police officers they're being used against us, and we're being hit with bottles. We're being hit with glass bottles, with tools, with rocks, with bricks. This is not.
Do you support any pathway for citizenship to people that have been here for many years and have established themselves as good people? No. Because if you do that, then you create an incentive for a person to come over here, because there's a chance they can take advantage of it. People follow incentives. If you came here illegally, and
I
you're
feel
not
like if the
supposed to,
country,
you gotta go.
if a country was,
No more carrots. You give people
what?
carrots, you know what you
I
get?
feel
When you
like
put out
if
carrots, you get
I was in a country illegally, I wouldn't be flying my country's flag in front of a burning car. This is true. This is very true here.
You're not a good person of a. You're not a good person. Yeah, I mean, there's all of that too. But like, I'm saying in general, like, no, I don't. And the
So
reason why
bad.
I don't
Very
do that
bad
is I think
optics.
that it will- I
Yep.
think that it will encourage more bad behavior. I think it will be counterproductive, and it will just simply escalate the amount of illegal immigration, because people
Mhm.
think that they could come over to the country, fly under the radar for a while, and then sign up for this program. So
Yeah, and then win.
I don't think that this strategy.
It's an incentive. It's an incentive to actually come here illegally.
My pragmatic
I get it.
opinion, yeah, sure, right? I mean, like, obviously, like, some people here probably don't need to get deported, but there's no real way that we can decide that without creating another cascade effect that will negatively affect the future. I mean, I think that, like, it's common sense, right? That not every illegal alien here is a bad person or a big problem. No. But you can't figure out, like, any way that you use to distinguish who's okay and who's not will also be used as an incentive to have more people come here who aren't.
a peaceful protest. It isn't even a protest anymore. It is a violent riot. And if they
Asman 2028. Yeah.
Use my link to get 50% off and free shipping on your first Factor box. https://strms.net/factor75_Lakigodson #ad.
I'm not sure of the circumstances.
Let's see if I can fix the
pertaining to what is going
who
on,
can use it.
involving something in the peripheral. I don't know. It's quite frankly, it's irrelevant. We are responsible for keeping people and property safe. And when people come and attack us, then we need to.
Oh, it says you can use it.
They are trying to violently influence something by political action. That is what
Hmm.
this is.
I got your name in here. It says you can use it.
And everybody can see that.
I put the voice on now. Maybe it'll work now. I think it needs to auto. I need to make sure it auto enables it.
Influence something by political action. That is.
There's a word for that. Oh, people don't like that word. Oh, not a good word.
Is what this is. That is what everything that the Constitution stands against. That is what law enforcement stands against, and that is what will facilitate the downfall of our civilized society.
Absolutely true. 100%. There seems to be a disregard of property. Well, that's because people think that it's okay to destroy property because it's not an actual person. I think that thinking is ridiculous, and it's also like, by the way, the only reason people think that is because they want to destroy property. Like they would never want their property destroyed, of course not. But they would be fine with other people's property getting destroyed, and so or they have insurance. Well, I don't know. Like there's definitely that. Yeah, they have insurance because like people don't understand how insurance works.
Civilized society has an adherence to the rule of law, and there is consequence for breaking that social compact. And when politicians encourage this behavior, which that's exactly what they are doing.
Yeah, I like Asmongold. He makes sense.
Encouraging people to come out and participate in these riots.
Yep.
And they lie to us and say that they're encouraging a peaceful protest. No, they're not. They know exactly what they're doing. This is far.
What they do and they say is they act like these violent actions are a natural consequence of the law being upheld. And because they act like it's a natural consequence of the law.
I think it should work now.
_69 said, I've been watching him since Johnny Depp.
Since Johnny Depp
said, link your Twitch and Amazon Prime accounts. You can get one free sub a month on
I
Twitch.
fixed it.
Ad-free experience. Click the link https://10euro.com/yakekers.
And stop it from happening.
Oh, there it is.
Chief of police from the largest police agency in the country said that they are being overwhelmed. Governor Newsom needs to put his phone down, go sit in his house behind the comfort of his TV screen and a couch and be quiet because he is doing nothing but fueling this process. He needs to stay out of the way of law enforcement. He knows nothing about this. He knows absolutely nothing about the enforcement.
Hey, give me a second. I'm going to be listening. I always keep my headset on. But I'm going to go grab myself another drink. So I'll be here. I'm just going to make another drink.
That is going on right now. This has been years in the making that he has encouraged. So quite frankly, I don't care what he says. He says everything in a disingenuous manner for his own personal political gain, and we are suffering the consequences.
I mean, yeah, definitely. And next to governor, I mean, if this kind of shit keeps up, I could easily see somebody like that winning California, because I think that people really downplay the amount of people that are seeing this and getting very, very upset about it. And you're seeing also now they're like, and this is again kind of what I was hoping would happen, but it looks like they're going to go out of their way and try to do even more of this now.
Mr. President, these protests obviously started in reaction to these large-scale ICE operations in Los Angeles. Should people expect to see similar operations in the rest of the country?
Yeah.
And will similar protests see similar response?
As you know, we're moving murderers out of our country that were put here by Biden or the auto pen.
That's not what I
The
wanted.
auto pen really did. I mean, the people, whether it's Lisa Monaco,
TTS got the freedom
these are criminals.
of speech. I thought I made it to where you could say it. It didn't say it this time.
But when they opened up our borders for the whole world to come in, we're going to
Hold on, I didn't finish my drink. I just came in here because I wanted to see what I heard the video changed.
They come in without courts and they go out. They want trials and everything else. I think that's starting to work out now. Judges are starting to see what a terrible situation it is. Many of those people that you saw on television last night are criminals that were allowed.
Fucking trying to figure out this text-to-speech stuff is annoying.
Yeah, I mean, and justifying it more.
All right, I'm gonna finish my drink. I'm still listening, still here.
Going out there and doing this stuff as a result of the ICE raids. The main thing I'd want to do is more ICE raids. I mean, I feel like that's 100%.
To our country by Biden.
Definitely.
And they want to stay.
There we go.
And we don't want them. And they come from jails, and they come from mental institutions, and they come from all over the world, not just South America. And we're not going to let them stay. And this is the first, perhaps, of many, or perhaps, if we didn't attack this one very strongly, you'd have them all over the country. But I can inform the rest of the country that when they do it, if they do it, they're going to be met with equal or greater force than we met right here. We did a great job. The people, you, Christy, and Tom Holman, and all.
Yeah, I mean, this is, thank God. And they got another one here.
With the situation in California.
If there's an insurrection, I would certainly invoke it. We'll see. But I can tell you, last night was terrible.
I think they probably should do it, honestly, especially if they don't want to start cooperating with the federal government. Like, I mean, really, if you have a state that is not cooperating with the federal government and is openly defying the federal government, I'm pretty sure that's a fucking insurrection. Right? I mean, they're in open defiance of the federal government. That's not the United States of America.
Before that was...
honestly, it should have happened 2 days ago.
Terrible. We have, as you've seen, it was on most of your networks, people with big, heavy hammers pounding the concrete and pounding curbs, pounding it, breaking up, and handing these big chunks of concrete to people. And they were taking that concrete, going up on bridges and dropping it into the roof of a car. They were throwing it at our police. They were throwing it at our soldiers that are there. And we got it stopped, and we have them in custody right now. Look, if we didn't get involved, right now, Los Angeles would be burning just like it was burning a number of months ago with all the houses.
It's crazy that Gavin Newsom thinks that somehow he's going to be president. Why? So you can light the rest of the country on fire? Holy fuck. Like, this dude, like, every time I hear about something bad happening, it's either in Florida or California. That's it. And, like, if it's something that's stupid with, if it's a stupid redneck thing, it's happening in Florida. If it's a stupid leftist thing, it's in California. Every fucking time. New York. Yeah, in New York every once in a while, too. Yeah, you're right.
That were lost. Los Angeles right now would be on fire, and we have it in great shape. We're not playing around.
How will you determine whether or not there is an insurrection?
Well, you take a look at what's happening. I mean, I could tell you there were certain areas of Los Angeles that you could have called it an insurrection.
Yeah, 100%.
It was terrible. But these are paid insurrectionists. These are paid troublemakers. They get money. And when you take a look at what they do, where they show up and everyone's saying, what's he doing? He's pounding the curbs. This one guy's pounding the curb, breaking the curb, and handing big pieces of granite. In some cases, it's granite and concrete to other people. And they're running out with it. And then we watch the other people, and they try and throw it into the face of the soldiers, throw it into the face of the police, and they hurt some people very badly. They go up on bridges, they drop it down on the cars as the cars are moving. They're not breaking the curb because they're doing a demolition service. They're breaking it to hand out to people as a weapon.
Oh, Jesus.
That's bad. It's bad stuff. I've never seen that before.
Mr. President, how soon do you want to see FEMA?
The reason why we have people doing that, I think, is because of how many survival games we have nowadays. Is you got all these survival games that they make, and they show you how to do this, and honestly, like, it's just like, yeah, of course that's what happens. Of course that's what it is. Yeah, can I arrest players? Yeah, because, like, they're used to it now. They've been trained. And they've been doing this again here. ICE literally just did another raid in Omaha. Well, okay. Well, I guess now now you're not going back. Good one. Good one. Yeah, do that 2 more times, then you get to stay in the city. For sure, man. For sure, buddy. Oh. Oh. Just trying to be hard, man. Yeah, I guess so. Get them out of here. Yep, that's right. They're getting as many as they can. And so they're doing even more raids now today. And by the way, this is the proper response, is that at the moment that people start complaining and crying about this and they start thinking that they can push back against it, then you do it 100 times worse all over the country. That's the main way you do it. Because that way you double down. Yep, that way nobody thinks that, because the worst thing that you can do for these people is that you can reward them. You do something that is like they feel like they're gaining ground or they're getting ahead of it.
You should watch Kick too. Add me on Kick.
Your Commander-in-Chief, the 45th and 47th President of the United States, President Donald J. Trump.
All right, let's see what he says. This might just be some bullshit, by the way. We'll watch the first 5 minutes, but then I'm going to probably move past it if he's talking about some other stuff. Because this probably could just be a military thing in general. He's announcing his 3rd term. He should announce his 3rd term on the same day that he declares martial law. Just because that would be the most entertaining thing that could happen.
Okay. Wow.
That's a beautiful sight, and it's a beautiful sight to be with you in a place called Fort Bragg. Can you believe they changed that name in the last administration for a little bit?
What did they?
But we'll forget all about that. Well, we're going to forget all about it. I want to just say God bless the U.S. Army and God bless the USA. Great place, great group. I want to thank so many incredible soldiers.
Content president.
Pilots, warriors.
That's right.
What did they call Fort Bragg before then?
Unrivaled American military might.
That's right.
What are they trying to call it?
You don't want to mess.
Fort Liberty?
It's been a long time. You have the best. Nobody even comes close, but they just gave me a display that you might be lucky not to see it, which is a little scary.
I think this is some random ass shit.
Beautiful to watch. Let's hear it for the Army Special Operations and Command and the 82nd Airborne Division.
They called it Fort
and
LGBT.
The 18th Airborne Corps.
Is that true?
What a show it was, and what a show it continues to be. And Saturday is going to be a big day in Washington, D.C. You know, a lot of people said, we don't want to do that. I say, yeah, we want to show off a little bit.
I think this is just him talking about the parade and everything. I will say that the intro for this definitely went hard as fuck. Like this is definitely one of the better intros that he's done.
I agree.
Yeah, that's it. And so this is in California. Wait it out.
German right now.
All right. All right.
Maybe a little Japanese thrown in. But we won the war. And we don't celebrate, but we're going to celebrate on Saturday, and we're going to celebrate from now on. We're going to celebrate our greatness and our achievements. This week we honor 250 years of valor and glory and triumph by the greatest fighting force ever to walk the face of
I'll give
the
it
earth,
5 minutes.
The United
How about
States
that? 5
Army.
minutes.
For 2.5 centuries, our soldiers have marched into the raging fires of battle and obliterated America's enemies. There's never been anything like it. There's never been a force like this. And I rebuilt it. I gave you so much money for 4 years. It was crazy. And we just approved our largest budget for military operations, over $1 trillion. We've never even come close.
Damn, what the fuck? God damn.
But our army has smashed foreign empires, humbled kings, toppled tyrants, and hunted terrorist savages through the very gates of hell.
Yeah.
Our soldiers do not rest until they win. You know that better than anybody. From June 1775 to June 2025, those foolish enough to challenge America's army have been met with unyielding strength, unbreakable spirit, and unstoppable, overwhelming
Fundor,
force.
thanks for 10 subs. Appreciate that.
Time and again, our enemies have learned that if you dare to
I'm not even American, but American politics are just too entertaining. I fully understand that. When I watch some of these foreign news anchors, and I mean they're interesting as well, to be honest. But Trump is he's a character. He is something. And plus, our last president was just so brain dead. I can't believe we had him as president. It's insane. But it is what it is.
The last sound you ever hear will be the chilling howl of Blackhawks in the dead of night, the thunderous boom of artillery.
Yeah, it's everywhere online and inescapable. Might be your algorithm too.
Charging over the horizon. That brigade is going to charge like you've never seen before, and hopefully I can keep you out of that, but if I don't, you're ready. Is that right? If I can keep you out of it. If I keep
How's
you
it going,
out of
man?
It's okay, but if we need it, you're ready. You know, it's called peace through strength, isn't it? Peace through strength.
That's a good way to look at it.
For our
Hey man, I just got in here. Like, this is my first 5 minutes in here. How do I? What muscles do I need to know?
Yeah, they're gonna do that
Oh,
soon.
I got you. Got you.
5 years to defeat ISIS. We did it in 4 weeks. 4 weeks. We let him go.
Like a tab muscle? Yeah.
Let him go, and we had General Raisin Kane, who's now the
No,
head of
that's
the
I guess what I need.
Yeah, General Raisin Cane.
He was a warrior. He was a great warrior, and now he's been rewarded for his incredible work. But they said it would take 5 years, so we did it in 4 weeks. Someday I'm going to ask him to explain that one to me. But it was the television generals that said that. The real generals got
Okay.
out and fought, and nobody.
Yeah, I just put it as my primary. Oh,
The American people, there's no greater pride because you are the righteous sword of American justice and the ultimate shield of American freedom. This week we remember that we only have a country because we first had an army. The army was first. In fact, the army was even before the country. You know that, right? 1 year before the country.
Well,
After
that would make sense because that's how you got the
250
country.
years, we
Yeah.
still
Right.
proudly declare that we are free because you are strong. You are
Oh, the speaking commands is say.
you are brave, and America's flag will never
Say.
fall because America's army will never.
so how do I
never
pull my
fail.
gun out?
Never going to fail. Every branch of the armed forces has played a critical role in protecting our nation.
Danielle
Yeah, I did.
is the speaking command.
Oh.
The army has
Of
earned
course.
more
All right. Well, I think that should get me through for now, man. I appreciate it.
and 70% of all of the medals of honor we give away.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
What is there?
Time at the White House.
TTS.
Is there radios and stuff?
You can do it
too?
now.
70% of them
You go do the rocket story again?
Army soldiers,
Yeah,
and
I think so.
especially our army
Gotcha.
paratroopers,
Well, good luck, man.
truly go all the way. You know that expression, all the
Later.
way. It's one of your beautiful expressions.
I agree. That didn't work,
As President
and I
of the
spelled that
United
wrong.
States, let me express my undying gratitude to our nation for every soldier here today, for every veteran and their families, those incredible families that are with us and all across America, and for every patriot who has worn the uniform over 250 years. Can you imagine that?
No third base?
We
Third
thank you
base.
from the absolute bottom of our
The Army
hearts.
terms 250 in
Few
4
places
days.
loom
Yeah.
larger in Army lore than
Hmm.
where we are gathered today. The one and only Fort Bragg. The one and only Fort Bragg.
All right. What the hell is he talking about?
But remember, it was only that little brief moment that it wasn't called.
I don't know.
It was by the Biden administration, not Trump.
By the Biden.
Nothing to do with it.
Biden.
We got to
Okay.
change.
Nobody knows. Yeah.
He said, you know, I came here numerous times and everybody, they kept saying Fort Bragg, Fort Bragg. I said, you know, it's
He's
not the
bragging?
name,
Yeah.
Then I was making
He's
a
off
speech. I
script
said,
again.
"Where do you think I should
Bro,
go
he
this
already
way?"
said
Fort
this shit.
Bragg. I said, Fort Bragg, how you doing? We won a lot of battles from this place,
Oh,
and
God.
that's the way it is. It wasn't even close. When Pete and some
Holy
of the
fuck.
generals came to see me, I said, not even close. Not even close. This is the home of the Green Berets, the Sky Dragons, and the All-American 82nd Airborne. We know what 82nd Airborne Division. This is where the GIs who won the Second World War learned to pack their parachutes and push howitzers and go right into those C-47s with lots of arms and push them right out those big, beautiful doors and wield their bayonets and pry the enemy from the hedgerows of the French countryside. France needed us badly. We were there. A lot of people needed us badly. They still do, maybe worse than ever. It was here in the soil that the Army forged the metal that held strong at Bastogne. It was here the mighty paratroopers earned their wings before they rained down death from above to liberate Sicily, Normandy, and even the Netherlands. That's right. We saved the Netherlands.
What?
Every inch of this base is steeped in the legacy of those warriors who have said with pride, "Sir, I trained at Fort Bragg, sir." That was pretty cool. And that is why we restored the historic name of this very, very special place. I don't know if it could be the same place.
I feel like
Fort Bragg is in. That's the name. And Fort Bragg, it shall always remain. That's never going to be happening again.
Okay. I think you probably should look at some other stuff in a minute. We'll give a few more minutes.
And for a little news for the fake news back there.
Oh,
the
here we
fake
go.
News. Ladies and gentlemen, look at them. Look at them all. Oh, what I have to put up with. Fake news.
Oh.
What I have to put up with.
Oh,
But
jeez.
they're all right. They've been very nice today. They were impressed with that display, I can tell you that. I think it took them a little by surprise.
He's not retarded. He knows exactly what he's doing. Oh, I guess that got muted.
Names to Fort Pickett, Fort Hood, Fort Gordon, Fort Rucker, Fort Polk, Fort A.P. Hill, and Fort Robert E. Lee.
Damn.
We won a lot of battles out of those forts. It's no time to change.
Man.
I'm superstitious, you know.
That's
I like
a
to
big
keep it
one?
going, right? I'm
That's
very
the big one.
superstitious. We want to keep it going. So that's a big story. We just
Oh, my
announced
God.
that today to you for the first time. They said, "Why didn't you wait till Saturday?" I said, "I can't wait. I got to talk to."
What's
my
that?
friends
Robert E.
here
Lee was
today.
the
This is a
Confederate
record crowd.
general
You
in the
know,
Civil War.
You never had a crowd this big. That's an honor. You think this crowd would have showed up for Biden? I don't think so.
Who said
Biden.
Fortnite?
I don't think so. I don't
Yeah.
think so. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I want to thank so many great leaders here today, including Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, who's been great. By the way, Pete, thank you. Great.
I don't think there's a whole lot going on with this. I think
And he
he's just
went
pretty
through
much
the
talking
wars,
about some
you know?
other stuff.
Pete went through the wars. He had a
Yeah, there's. I think he's just gonna be talking about like other random shit, etc. Right? I mean, there's not really like this is just really about military stuff, etc.
These have to be paid troublemakers.
Mr. President, you say that the governor and the mayor paid them. Do you believe that the governor and the mayor paid the agitators?
No, I don't say the governor and the mayor. I said somebody's paying them, I think. And if they're not, they're just troublemakers. What can I tell you? But I believe somebody's paying them. I mean,
Yeah.
I've never seen somebody with a big hammer so professional. Now, they took the bricks away from them. So they say, how do we get in? The military did. How do we get in, and what do we do? They said, I have an idea. Let's break up the concrete, and that's even better than bricks, and that's what happened.
Yeah, you just witnessed an amazing spectacle, a flex on our military. What impressed you the most?
I think the total love for the military. I mean, I was with the generals. They're explaining
This
the
is
different
live.
maneuvers. And the love they have for the Army and the military is beautiful. They're really great people. And I've never seen anything quite like that. I don't think any other president has either. You know, they really put on a good show. I asked them, did you do that for Biden? They said no. They didn't do it for Biden. I wonder why. Oh, my God. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I know
know this, as long as we have the military there, the protests won't mean anything. Last night, if we weren't there, they would have burned down the city. But they did not a lot of damage other than they broke up a lot of concrete looking for weapons. You know, those are weapons. If that hits somebody in the head, the person's dead. You know that, right?
What do you mean by a very heavy force will be met with the protest?
Oh, the military will be very heavy force. I'm very proud to tell you that.
Oh, man.
They might as well turn around. They're wasting their time.
Man, that's crazy,
some of them
right?
will end up in jail for a long period of time. They use weapons. That concrete is a weapon, a dangerous weapon. Worse than a brick, heavier than a brick. And they were dropping it off bridges and throwing it at soldiers and police.
Damn, that's nuts.
They're not doing that. You know, I went in my first term, I waited for governors to call in the military.
Seems like no one's talking about Elon Trump beef with the riots going on. Yeah. No, no one is. That's second.
You know, I called in the military in Minneapolis, but it was 7 days. I waited for this guy, the same guy that ran for vice president, who's a very dumb person. He's a very dumb, he's a low IQ individual, like many Democrats are. But I waited for him to call him in. I kept waiting. I'd call him every day and say, when are you calling him? And finally I called him, because I'm not going to wait. They were destroying the city. The whole city was burning down. Horrible. Okay.
A judge has set a hearing for Thursday from Governor Newsom's lawsuit. Do you think your administration...
Ooh, I'm at like 4% health. I just gotta eat.
Even Senator Fetterman said very strongly that this is horrible what they're doing, and that the Democrats are making a big mistake by not talking about it. And I agree with that. I think this is in a league with, and maybe even worse in a true sense, what they're doing is now worse than men playing in women's sports.
Sounds good to me.
A ridiculous
Yeah.
thing. Open borders. You take a look at open borders. Open borders is what caused it. Many of these people, many of them, not all of them, I guess, but many of them came through the Joe Biden stupid open borders. Really sad to watch.
Yeah, I'm down.
It's very sad to watch this being our country now, with our National Guard and our, fairly low number of Marines. They had no chance. And if you look, they were a little bit tougher than the police. Did you notice that? The police are
That Trump is copying Asman's entire flow, bar for bar, word for word. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. ITG. Good day. Good /night to you. All right. Oh, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate you. Usually around here, we have fun. We do have fun. It's not very many people chilling right now, but I don't know. I'm always just trying to stream, always chilling. I usually play Marvel Rivals. I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3, and then I've been trying to. I think I'm gonna mess around with GTA 5 role playing soon. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good shit. Yeah, I'm also on Kick too and YouTube. I always multi-stream.
Type what?
And it came down millions of gallons a day. And it's right there, right now. They'd like to send it back. There's something wrong with these people. All I want in terms of engagement, I just want to see peace. If there's peace, we get out. If there's even a chance of no peace, we stay there until there's peace. And a lot of people are being arrested. The rioters, or whatever you want to call them, they better know.
What time zone are you in?
They're going on the bus. Thank you very much.
Gotcha. I'm in Central Standard.
So President Trump speaking there with the media, traveling with him. He's on the tarmac at Joint Base Andrews, talking about a whole host of topics. Apologized there, went right to color bars, including though the anti-ICE demonstrations in Los Angeles.
Well, let's go see what we can get for all the shit we just acquired.
Putting them in there, bro. Like they're getting packed in like sardines on those buses, man. And they're gonna be out.
Yeah. That's it. They out, which is good. It's good for us, to be honest.
So as a guy who vehemently defends,
I just picked up a phone, but I don't know what that's gonna do.
There has been someone who I have been defending quite a bit as of late by the name of Asmongold. Yeah,
Gotcha.
I really believe in my friends. There's many people who I've defended in the past who
Well,
were
let's go back to
current
the
friends
trader.
or
I gotta
maybe
get some
past
health
friends,
anyway.
maybe
I'm
don't
down to
like you.
4%.
When you are my friend, I try to have your back no matter what, because I understand how scary it is to be in these situations by yourself. Whether it was Mizkif or Emmy or Rich Campbell or Seer or Mr. Pokey or Saint Tontas or Glaive Keo or Ethan, even Exco Solo, even MTast, Enviasi at a point I defended. No matter who these people are who I try to come in defense towards, because when I see someone being fucked over by something that I don't believe they did or getting accused of something that I don't think they could do, I will always be there for you 100% because I know how scary it is to deal with this shit alone as a guy who's had to deal with a lot of bullshit alone. But one thing I never try to do is defend someone when I think that they're in the wrong. So I found a video because this is something that I've always wondered. And the video is called Why People Hate Asmongold.
What are you doing, McCracken?
Who I watched back when I was
I'm
in
playing
college,
some zombie
I met for
mod.
the first time maybe 3 years ago.
Mm.
So yeah, I did a podcast with him for 2 years. I was in a video game org with him for 3 years. And since leaving that org and leaving that podcast, we're still on great terms, and it makes me very happy. But one thing I always ask myself is, why do people hate Asmongold so much? I truly don't understand it. I've really tried to rationalize it, and people always tell me that he's just as bad as Hasanabi, and I'm just like, no, he's fucking not. They're not even remotely comparable, and I think this parallel is so disingenuous, it's insane. So I want to go into this video open-minded, and I want to see how this actually goes, and
Oh
maybe
my
get to a deeper
gosh.
understanding of why people say this, and maybe correct some misinformation or provide some extra context on thinking, and just give my spin on this video. So let's see what's going on here.
I find it
Brother.
quite strange how a lot of people on the internet just
Mhm.
jump to conclusions without any hint of evidence. It's sad to see how critical thinking seems almost endangered among the chronically online. A lot of people just
Guys, what does fascist mean? Whatever you want it to mean, and you throw it on anybody you don't like. It's really that easy.
Yeah.
The Nazis were fascists, which means if I disagree with you,
Damn.
you are a Nazi. Everybody knows it.
follow trends of hatred without actually taking the time to find evidence to back up their accusations. Just because a lot of people are saying something doesn't make it true. We've seen this happen with a lot of public figures, especially in recent years. A good example would be J.K. Rowling. I'm convinced the majority of people who hate her do so simply because others do. Because
Oh, we're talking about J.K. Rowling? This is going to be a great video. I actually cannot wait. Oh, this is going to be a good video, isn't it? I try to approach everything with skepticism these days and question everything I'm ever presented with if it does not have hard factual proof. That is how you will stop being deceived in this life, and I do believe that we're going to see a uptick in informed viewers who can critically think that will prevent cancel culture from existing ever again, but it's going to take a couple more years.
Because it's become a popular trend. I remember watching a video on critical thinking by a teacher, Warren Smith. In this video, Warren challenges a student of his to actually think for themselves on this exact topic. All he did was encourage his students to broaden his perspective and look into the situation himself, using rationality and critical thinking.
So let's get specific though. Let's define bigoted opinions. What opinions are bigoted? We're going to treat this as a thought experiment. I'm not going to say what's right or wrong or what way to think. The whole point is to learn how to think, not what to think.
Yeah.
So when you say bigot, you're starting with the conclusion that given her bigoted opinions.
Yeah,
So first
her,
let's start with, does she have bigoted opinions? So when you say bigoted opinions.
She has.
So I guess now that we're looking at it like, oh, there's not much difference between me or her. Do you think it's fair that she's being attacked by a large group of people and people are calling her, like you said at the beginning of this conversation, you said, given the fact that J.K. Rowling is transphobic, how do you feel about Harry Potter? Now, retroactively looking at that statement, do you think that was the best way to phrase it?
No, I feel like an idiot now.
Warren Smith then apparently got fired from his teaching job for encouraging critical thinking.
It happened yesterday. I was fired from my full-time teaching position.
This decline in critical thinking is one of the many reasons I believe a lot of people dislike Asmongold. In certain online spaces, especially among specific communities, there's a lot of hate towards him that is unwarranted and simply built on lies. The more I looked into this, the weirder this echo chamber
Yeah, I just
became.
died over here, bro.
Someone who makes a living off stealing from other people.
Yeah, hang on. Let me get back to the safe zone
He's
quick.
just like actually one of the purest examples of the moderate wing of fascism thing.
Yeah.
So Asmongold's editor is a Nazi.
So Adolf Jr. over here.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is the fake laugh he does, and I don't respect him at all. I don't know, maybe his audience is like 12-year-old boys. Maybe they really buy this and think it's funny.
He's racist.
Dude, Poke's fall off needs to be studied. It is insane.
Well, here,
how
what's your
someone who is the
Discord?
funny, goofy guy can harbor so many mental illnesses and schizo out on so many fucking streamers nonstop. It is actually so bad, guys. It is so bad. And it's all just drugs. And we know it's all just drugs. He did it to himself? I know. I know.
In my research for this video, I genuinely tried to find actual substantial reasons for the hate outside of the lies. I mean,
I missed it. What did you
2
put?
months ago? 3 months ago. Okay, this is great. This is perfectly timed with pretty much everything. You know, a guy actually made a video like this for me forever ago on everything I've ever been accused of, every issue that I've ever had with any content creator. And he found out that I was in the right for every single one of them. It's a video. It's the one where it's like I'm a blue Oni in the thumbnail. I'm not sure if you guys know. There's actually been a couple of these. So I've never seen somebody do this for asthma. So this is very, very, very cool. This is great. Okay, this is exactly what I was looking for. So because maybe he's off base here. Let's go into everything here.
Advocates of trying to see both sides' perspectives on any topic. So I found quite a few videos on YouTube that I'd like to unpack and try to understand why there is
During
so
the
much
option one,
hate
yeah.
against
If you guys find it,
First
like me
off, by what I've seen, a lot of the hate against Asmongold seems to have stemmed from other YouTubers' disdain for React content. In my
You
research,
get
I
it?
stumbled across a video titled "Asmongold is bad. Why I don't like Asmongold" video.
Yeah, they're mad because people actually give a fuck about his opinion, and that's why they hate all reactors. because
Hang on,
they
hang
wish-
on.
they wish
Wait,
people gave a fuck
let
about their
me
genuine
just
reaction,
accept it
and it
quick.
makes them
There you
upset they
go.
can't do it. There's nothing wrong with React content. There's not. It's been scientifically proven to not damage other channels unless there's there is one way where you can damage other channels, which is if you consistently react to another channel every single time that they upload, and you upload it within 24 hours of them uploading that, then yes, that will fuck them. But if you don't do that, which nobody fucking does that, if you don't do that, then it actually enhances the other channels dramatically. So React content is actually one of the best things you can do for a platform, especially for discoverability of smaller content creators.
By a channel called Savior 3.0. In this video, we hear the usual rant about React content having a negative impact on other channels and YouTube as a platform.
He gets the benefit from all of this unpaid labor. He gets the benefit from all of this hard work from other content creators. But he
This
doesn't
is
get
not true.
any of the heavy lifting.
This YouTuber then played an excerpt from a large and actually pretty popular channel called Dog Viper AU, where he spoke in depth about why React content is bad for channels and the platform as a whole, using Asmongold as the primary example.
Over the last few months, I've learned that very few people seem to understand why React content is harmful. React content is a system of exploitation that siphons an incalculable amount of money and exposure away from the hardworking into the pockets of the incredibly lazy.
I have been thanked relentlessly by almost every single person I've ever reacted to, even just the other day. Look at this shit. This made my day. Nobody gave me a shout. This guy would give me a shout out. I made it on the Radical Left. Nobody's ever this supportive kind of about my work and reaction video. This is truly a blessing, right? Like I get shit like this every single fucking day. These people are just mad because they don't get how it actually fucking works. I would actually challenge anybody. If you think React content is parasitic for the platform, let's have a discussion for it on stream. You're just wrong. You don't get how it works. Many studies of this analytics have been
Hello?
The data proves completely otherwise.
Yep.
Content is
Can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, I got you.
as you do it 24
Alright, sounds good.
after they post, and you don't react to
Hello?
anything
Hello?
they request you to not react to.
How you doing?
Hello?
Viper had some
Loki.
clearly did a lot of research.
How
He's
you guys doing?
He's using a fucking voice changer.
Yeah, he is.
No.
Girls
Oh,
night.
It's girls night.
Hang on 1 second.
You could really hear it when he laughs.
Right?
Yeah.
Girls
Oh,
night.
shit. Girls night. Oh,
Girls
shit.
night. Oh man, dude, that
That's
was
funny.
so fun. I trolled so many people in the city tonight. Oh my gosh.
Oh, y'all both got that thing? The voice
Yeah,
changer?
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Deputy Chief Logan thinks he found love
Hey.
tonight.
What's up?
That's fucking.
You right outside?
Not just the content itself. Even if he simply talked about the videos without
Now I gotta
showing you,
figure out
his
how to
audience will
equip
still
my
tune in
bag.
because they're
Oh.
following him and his reactions,
Okay.
not just the video being reacted to. Reaction content requires charisma.
There's a lot of things we need to figure out.
ability to entertain, which is what draws
Yeah,
viewers
well,
in.
I
This
picked
is
my
merely
bag
a
up,
perfect comment
but
in the
now
context of
Okay,
Asmongold.
whatever.
The
Then
only
I'll
thing
see you
that
next
I don't know
week.
how I
Yeah.
drop
React
it.
content is actually bad.
Have you looked at that one car that is broken down outside, like by the
Yeah.
trees we were hitting? It needs a lot of things for it to be writable. Like it needs a lot of shit for us to be able to take it and shit.
What I do is is I'll play the video
I don't know how we get those
and I'll
parts.
still double the length of the fucking video, right? Because I'm a fucking yapper. There's a certain way to do it, and people watch this shit because, well, to be honest, the people who enjoy React content, depending on who they watch, are more so people who want to actively engage with it and bounce off ideas on how the streamer feels and how they feel. So usually streamer watchers. It's just a lot more nicer to have a more active way to engage with the thought process of the content creator and the streamer, the other party, and yourself. It's a very good thing to watch.
That I completely recommend on this subject. In fact, in his video, he even
versus Hassan, who pulls up a video to react to and then walks away and lets the chair react.
Mentions how Asmongold reacting to one of his videos, yes, affected its viewership negatively, but how he spoke to Asmongold and Asmon agreed to watch his videos a few days after release in the future.
What I realized is that if you're a big creator who's going to react to someone's video, you should wait at least 4 days for it to be pushed in the algorithm naturally. And that's what Asmon and I talked about and agreed on after this happened.
The Ackman then went on to talk about the positive impact reactors like Asmongold have had.
I will say, 24 hours, 96 hours, that's up for your discretion. But if you are a content creator and you do label your content,
I got a lot of guns, but I don't know what to do with them. I can't
You gotta shoot 'em.
scrap them or sell. What you mean go shoot them? I don't even got bullets for them.
You gotta shoot him, bro. That's what you're supposed to do with them. They're supposed to be shot.
Yeah. No, that's true though. That is true. But you need ammunition though, right?
Not necessarily if it's like a blunderbuss. You just throw whatever the fuck you want in that bitch.
Bro.
You throw a bunch of bolts in that motherfucker and you shoot it. Hopefully it doesn't explode on you.